Hello?
Tell me everything.
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and I'm here with the beautiful Mikel-Claire.
Today I feel very any.
Oh,
and I'm sticking to it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, I'm feeling kind of outy. This is going to be Severance Season 2, Episode 8. This one is called Sweet Vitriol.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like vitriol, especially when it's sweet.
Oh, well.
I don't know. I don't know.
We're going to work it out anyways. Listen, make sure you stay to the very end because you already know we're going to chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth over the things we've enjoyed and over some of the things we may be scratching our heads over. So, without any further ado, it's Severance time.
It's time.
Thanks, Apple TV.
Wow,
Yeah.
you got it this time.
Hey,
I'm proud of you.
better be busy.
Hey. Me too.
Previously on Severance.
I was traumatized beyond belief previously.
It has been decided that you be suspended from your position effective immediately.
Sweet harmony.
Is she a little
Cobel is
bat
no
itch
longer
crazy?
with this company.
Aren't they all?
Yeah.
Like everybody, every single person.
Clearly not dumb.
No, he's the one who invented a revolutionary medical procedure.
Hey now.
My father.
You don't value me. You fear me. We fear no one.
I do believe that.
Gemma.
Key, chosen one key.
She's Lumon through and through.
With all of this,
Him, she's a soldier. You can't leave him like that.
I feel like she will be in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Options and underestimated your blessings. We didn't have to ask you back.
Dang.
Harmony gonna get her revenge.
I need some Milchick in my life. I need some Milchick backstory in my life.
Why we haven't seen Harmony in like 6 episodes?
But we know more about her than we know about him. We at least seen her outside of the building. Ooh, I hear the sound of waves.
Of people.
No, waves.
Waves. Okay.
You don't know a good nature
I
sound?
thought it sounded like a little hubbub. A little rubble.
I'm like, you don't know a good nature sound when you hear it? It's my happy place. Not waves, but nature sounds. Is this the calm before the storm, or is this the...
No, it's a nice change up.
Yeah. Right? Outside?
Yeah.
Peaceful?
Animals.
Animals are all downstairs at Lumon. Oh, this has got to be Harmony. I'm not mad at her for getting away if that is her.
From all this madness.
Yeah. Or is this another Ortbo? Team building at its finest. Can you imagine if they like all popped up and they were like, hey, they're twins.
Wow. I wonder how they got that shot.
Salt's neck.
Salt's neck.
Salt's neck. She looked like she needs a little sleep. She needs just a little rest. Wonder if she has family out here. That would be fascinating.
She's here for some reason. It could be family, a boo thing. Who knows? That car is loud.
It's very stark contrast.
Are these what those towns kind of look like in like Vermont and Maine and New Hampshire up in the Great Northeast? In that New
I would
Englandish kind of
assume
area?
so. Never been there. I would assume so, though. Just trying to get that taste out of her mouth. That yucky Lumon taste. Taste of... I couldn't come up with anything witty. I tried. What on earth?
Maybe strung out.
Maybe he's on his 2nd month of integration.
Yeah, it might be a junkie. Huffing something.
Dang, it just.
Different scope. It's like John Voight from way over there.
I feel like we're going back to her home, and maybe like her reasoning behind some of her decisions. Because if she comes from that town,
Everybody's old.
The stupidity. Apple don't fall far from the gutter.
Oh, that's kind of you.
Yeah, they must be the whatever drug this is, capital of the world. Because
Everybody's.
You can top me off anytime.
it must
I
be.
like the new dude. Trey Sheet.
Yeah, he's got to be the drug dealer. He's the connect. Also known as probably related to Harmony in some way, shape, or form. Dang. Does that say cafe?
Yeah.
Something cafe. That is very small. Husband, brother, son.
Somewhere.
Look what the wind dragged in.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's one of those three that I just said.
Someone in the chat said this was filmed in Canada's Newfoundland.
Harmony, Cobel. Well, flip my toboggan.
You want coffee?
That ain't welcoming.
Fine, then buy me a coffee. The town is older than I remembered.
Been a while.
A few years ago, in the fluctuating interest rates, there was a retrenchment from some of the core infrastructure investment.
Right.
Look, I see you haven't lost your wit.
Meet me at the factory.
She's still a little bossy. I love the wind effect. Like, it's like, look what the wind blew in, and then she's like, and I'm gone with the wind.
Close up for me.
I'm thinking maybe husband.
The Drippy Pot Cafe.
That is a horrible name for a for a restaurant. Drippy Pot. That just doesn't sound right.
Give me that candy. Play with my mind.
So it said Lumon.
Yeah, I saw that. An old Lumon town, huh?
Know that you wrong.
Old Lumon factory.
It's probably like how they got their start, and then somehow they kind of like.
And they downsized or something.
Oh, you think that the Severance is a downsize?
Well, from this factory might have downsized. For all we know, maybe they're severing people in Mexico or China or any other place where jobs are exported.
Does it feel weird to be so far outside of like Kieran and Lumon?
It does.
Yeah, it does, right? It
Yeah.
feels like a whole other world, kind of.
Yeah.
Laura said I can smell this place. It probably like there's a
Smell
stench.
the cold.
Oh, I was thinking.
You know how fucked it is to ask me to come here.
I need you to drive me to Sissy's.
Sissies.
Maybe they're related.
No thanks.
If they're watching the house, they'll recognize my car.
How much trouble are you in?
A little bit, just a smidgen.
Enough.
A smidge.
Told the wrong people no.
You know, she still lives by the 9.
I surrender.
Then you know she's a pariah here.
I need to get something.
Why would I help you with anything?
We were once chum. Old colleagues lived each other out.
Old colleagues.
Colleagues. Child labor.
Kier and Imogen met at the ether mill. You know that?
Ether meal?
But I'll not be the punching dummy for your resentments.
Okay, child labor. And remember, they were saying that I think she was a part. No, was she a part of that program? That youth program? I know they said Milchick was, I think. Oh, she over there. She gotta be over there, right? Oh, no. Oh, she's in the back.
No. He probably went on the bumpy road on purpose.
Of course he did. Is this that Devon Scout? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sissy, huh? Sissy lived way out there in the depths of isolation. Okay, so she said she has to get something.
Got me. And she thinks Kier would have cameras set up all the way out here.
I mean,
I don't know.
if I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest with you, depending on her relation.
You're higher than a bearded vulture.
Everybody off that ether.
Tell her to drop dead for me.
Will do. Oh, she came in her all white.
You know how to bob and weave.
I wonder if that's her mom because they have the same hair color. I don't know.
I have a mind to call the authorities.
You see Harmony, age 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my property. You gave him his thirst for it.
Dang.
Was that like the little Iceman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? No, I don't know what that is. No, that wasn't that. That was...
Do you want to come down here and tell me what this is all about?
Celestine Sissy Cobel.
Sissy Cobel.
What have you done with my things? Has anyone been here? No one comes here.
She looks like an older version of Olive Oil.
A Mr. Drummond.
You know who that is?
The heavy.
Yeah.
Harmony! I want the key to Mother's room. That room stays shut.
Mother's room.
Remember her sit with Kier. You know this. Give me the key. Why do you bring nothing but woe into my life?
Whoa.
Now it is you who cursed this house with woe. I will not have this quarrel.
Oh, this old-timey talk.
After you pulled the tube from her gullet.
Damn, Olive Oil got a heavy right.
There was gratitude in her eyes to be freed from her suffering. If only she had been a believer, perhaps she would have found solace in the 9.
Is it just me, or am I thinking that she could really break that door down if she chose to? Because this house is pretty old. I'm sorry. I couldn't get past it.
And the Wintertide Fellowship, even at the factory, no apprentice was more industrious.
Wintertide Fellowship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me mercy. Just like you did with Mother.
All you will find in there is pain.
Dang.
It's the house of woe.
I do wonder what's in there. She gonna find this key. I'm telling you, all she gotta do is put a little shoulder into it and she can knock that door down. Maybe a foot. Remember how she had her own little thing?
Yeah. Little prayer.
Why is that name escaping me right now?
Thingy.
Altar. Thank
Where
you.
is it?
Okay, I see this. Was it the 9 cards? Something?
I think so, yeah. Barely
I found
inconvenience.
it!
Why would
It's
you?
gonna be like a corpse in there or something,
Why
like a
would-
dried up mummy.
Wait, why would you tell her that? Like, I found it so she could come up there and tackle you and like stop you from going in there.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna see like a dried up mummy or something.
No, I didn't think that, but I am curious what memories are in there. So just to clarify, this is her grandmother's room?
I thought maybe
her
her
mom.
mama and that woman maybe sister, aunt. I don't know. Moth eaten and
'Cause-
dusty.
she did
and
call
all.
her Sissy.
Yeah.
So maybe it's her sister. And
No,
this was her mom.
she's in Sissy's room now.
She said, take me to Sissy's house. I thought Sissy was the old lady that she was just talking to.
This is Sissy's house. She's in Sissy's room. That's what I thought.
We'll talk about it after.
Got me.
A lot of characters on the show are extremely traumatized in one way, shape, or form.
I'd be traumatized too if I lived in that town.
That's not a bedpan, is it? What is that?
What was some kind of oil or something in there? Or
Yeah.
something? I'm guessing that must have been the sound she made when she was hooked up to those hoses and tubes.
And then it kind of went to sounding like a whale of some sort.
It did.
Like a, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Did you see something?
No, but it's cold as shit in the truck, and I gotta get back.
Dang, he was waiting out here for that long?
I what?
Just give me a minute just to think.
He was sitting out there all that time? He's a good one.
You barely knew her.
She hated Lumon more than I did, so I needed to know. At least she doesn't have to live with Sissy anymore.
Uh-huh. So she wasn't Sissy. Okay.
Sissy's the lady downstairs. No time for kisses.
I want to get high.
Oh.
Wanna get high?
What town is this? Goodness gracious.
Damn.
Dang. I mean, everybody is just sad.
Severed meth.
What is that?
It says something about an ether meal or whatever. I'm assuming it's ether.
Oh, I haven't done that since I was 8.
Dang.
8?
You ready to man the vat for 10 hours?
It's shameful that you sell it.
Yeah, I thought they were a item.
Right on your mama bed?
They are high. I mean, they did that on their mama bed.
I don't think it's here.
I don't think it's here. I am so curious what this is. I mean, obviously. I can't even like think of something that she would be like searching for like this.
Got me. I don't even have a theory.
This is a
My
bomb
man-
shelter?
All I know is he ain't come through. He was like, this is where I'm staying.
Annual
like a yearbook?
reminiscences.
Yeah.
Ooh, say that word.
Reminiscence.
Reminiscence. No, but it has S on the end. Reminiscences.
Yep, it's a yearbook.
It said Harmony. Harmony Cash or something?
Cobel.
Oh, I thought it said a different last name.
Hold on, is that like a baby bed? Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
Jamie Egan. I thought that said Jamie. It might have said James.
It said Jame, I think, Egan. Which... Oh, something's inside of there. Maybe it's some kind of documents.
A map? Oh,
no,
a ledger?
maybe saying that she owns something or something. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe.
Yes, it was Jamie.
Yeah.
The truck ready. And watch my head.
Yeah, it's got to be some sort of, obviously, documents that say something.
I'm going. Don't tell them I was here.
I would never bear falsity to a steward of the Edens.
You owe them no loyalty.
There was no town before the factory. And what about your own employ? Everything that you have, you owe back to the Egans as fealty.
Dang.
Mine! My designs! Overtime contingency, Glasgow block, all of it!
Jane Egan was the inventor.
That's her ideas. Oh, he took all her...
Straight jacked it.
Yep.
So she invented Severance?
Yep.
Extraordinary.
She gonna throw it in the fireplace. She's about to throw it in the fireplace. I'm telling you, that is crazy. Why would you let her hold that? How did I know?
You better 300 kick her.
You die as painfully as she did.
Dang.
It was her hand that removed the tube, not mine.
No!
Your mother was a coward.
Dang.
In the soul than in the body, filled with malice and resentment.
I don't believe you!
I thought you were different, my flower. But now I see you are a weed, just as she was.
Damn.
Dang, woman.
You ain't no different than your mama.
Someone's coming!
She went and told somebody.
Of course she did. She told her straight out that she was going to.
Both of y'all higher than Giraffe's ass right now. Y'all about to go.
You better get going.
Well, the guy is probably a functioning addict. He's probably used to it.
Yeah.
But her, she's like, she said she hasn't done it since she was 8.
Snitch.
This lady.
Come tame these tempers of assholes.
I'm aware.
So listen, Mark has been reintegrating?
A copy.
Oh, she really called him? It's a sister.
Is Mark with you?
Yes.
Put him on.
Well, she knows how to possibly.
Tell me everything.
Huh. So she's gonna be the...
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Overall, it feels like a bonus episode. It feels like one of those episodes that you would have to go to a website just to kind of see if you want just like some additional information. It doesn't really feel like a full thing. I mean, and the length of it is a big account for that too as well, because it's only like 30 plus minutes. It's like 30 minutes. Yeah. So it's considerably shorter than some of the other episodes. But it does kind of like, you know, branch out a little bit further to maybe some of the things Lumon has done in the past regarding its effect on maybe small towns. Child labor was brought up. You know, kind of like when big manufacturers like Ford left Detroit, it kind of left the city in shambles. Maybe Lumon took their talents and moved someplace else and just left the people there. So it adds those little tidbits and clues. How'd you feel?
I feel that. I feel like you said, like it was like an outlier.
Yeah.
Just very, I don't know. It's hard because like of all the people, like I said, right? Like of all the people that I needed a little bit of more backstory.
Yeah.
That wasn't one of them.
Okay.
Well, in this regard,
okay.
like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the reveal.
So do you feel that Harmony's story kind of wastes your time?
No, I mean, I feel like it's relevant.
Okay.
To the story, because of what she went there to get.
Yeah.
And we know a little bit about, like, you know, why she probably wanted to get away from, well, not why she wanted to get away, but just her loyalty. Well, I don't know. Like, I guess her loyalty to Lumon because she was working for them for so long. And it's probably like she just kind of rose through the ranks.
Yeah. Well, she's obviously talented. And I can understand why Lumon want to keep her close and maybe even move over to a corporate office if she was the one that was she was one of the main people giving over, like, the plans to the process.
Yeah, I mean, she came up with it.
Yeah.
So they want to keep her close so that she doesn't say, hey, you stole my idea.
Yeah.
Or so they could get, you know, more information from her. That is fascinating. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I took from it is that they probably came in offering prosperity to the town. Everybody jumped in. And then maybe Harmony's mom was one of the few people that was like, maybe something a little sketchy about this. Because I assume that she wasn't a true blue believer like everybody else, and that's why maybe she's shunned a little bit. And it's not until, or who knows, maybe her working in Lumon is the reason why she's on that breathing apparatus. You know, who knows? Bad working conditions. You know, like obviously the people Lumon didn't care about the people for safe stuff. Maybe that was the thing that kind of like made her be like, this isn't for me. And then whoever Sissy is to Harmony, you know, shunned her, and then she checked herself out by pulling out the plug. And maybe now Harmony is coming back because now that she's seen how Lumon has kicked her to the curb, or is about to, will do anything to endanger her life in order to get what they want. She's kind of like maybe coming back. Maybe that was her saying goodbye to her mother, or maybe being like, I get it. I can understand, like, you know, why you weren't on board with everybody else. And then she gets the plans, and then she's going to skip out. And then maybe she's a part of the rebellion and can maybe figure out a way to keep Mark from losing his marbles as he's going through the reintegration process, because she was the person that helped design it.
Well, and because she knows what the ultimate plan is with this whole Cold Harbor and Mark thing, right?
Yeah.
So because she knows that, maybe her conscience is getting the best of her, and she's going to find this so she can be like, look, this is who I am. Because remember, Mark was like, yo, you have to explain things to me. Remember when, like, he jumped in front of her car when she was heading out, and he was like, you owe me an explanation.
Yeah.
So maybe until she literally had these plans and this proof in her hands, like, you can't go and be like, well, actually, I'm the one that invented all of this. You know what I mean? Because he'd have been like, really, like, I'm call you on your BS, right?
Yeah.
So maybe she just needed proof in order to, like, really be able to be like, no, you can trust me for whatever reason. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's probably why they showed, like, all this backstory for her.
Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Laura in the chat said she invented the program coming from their child labor background. This is where science and cult mix. There's definitely that. You know, and sometimes, you know, in areas where prosperity is left, poor towns, you know, the influx of, like, true belief in religion kind of rises as a result of it. To kind of, like, deal with the pain, you kind of gotta, you know, wrap religion around you like a blanket for protection. So I can maybe understand that as to why Sissy was already kind of like on board, because I'm curious as to how the town was before Lumon there. Were they that radicalized, you know?
Well, Sissy said it was horrible. She said it was bad. She said
before Lumon got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was like, they brought, like, you know, whatever it was, the factory. Remember she was saying before the factory, she was like, no, this wasn't it.
Okay.
So I think they brought that whole sense of something to be a part of to the town. And then now it's like, you know, they left. And now there's nothing again other than this sniffing rags.
Okay, so Frank said Cobel is a true believer of Kier, not of Lumon. Okay, and there is a difference. Okay. Laura responded to, she also drugs the Severance workers the same way she drugged herself back then. Severance is their ether. That's kind of interesting. Huh.
I think, what do you think about the fact that they showed this episode after the Gemma episode? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, I think we got to build a lot more backstory. There's only 2 more episodes left, right? We got next week, which is the penultimate, which is typically when things kind of like come to a head. And I think in order for that payoff to work, we're going to need some backstory. I think they're just setting us up for that, for whatever that big thing is. But I can certainly see how like Severance fans, some hardcore Severance fans are going to love it regardless, but casual Severance fans might be a little let down over the pace and kind of like this may have felt a little dragged out. You know, this feels like it could have been done in like 15-20 minutes, but you know,
or as part of another episode. Not the Gemma episode, because that was a standalone and that was beautiful and wonderful. But I feel like maybe if they had added it to some other storyline, then I would have felt better about it.
Do you feel different about Harmony now that we've got a little bit more of a better understanding of what she's gone through to make her act the way that she acts? I wish I had like a mental replay through like season 1 so I can see, you know, how she was acting, and then I can get a better idea based off of this new information. You know, do you feel any differently about her?
I mean, honestly, not really. I mean, when she was a part of everything and at Lumon every day, you know, I had some kind of thoughts about her, but they still gave me like little instances of like doubting her loyalty to them and like her humanity and all that stuff. I was like, well, maybe she is on their side. So I do remember that. So I still had that in my head. And so I don't think it's changed my perspective of her. I still have both those sides, right? Like both those things going on for me with her.
Well, here's my question to you and also the chat, and maybe I probably have missed this. When was the moment when she realized that she needs to start working with the opposition? Was it after she got fired, or has she always kind of like been working for the rebellion in a sense?
But I don't feel like she is now. Like, why do you think? What makes you think that?
Well, she's talking directly to Mark, and she's got the plans to maybe go and help fix whatever's going on with him.
Yeah, but she didn't know that until just now when his sister called.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
I don't know. Well, that's why I'm asking the question, because I think there might have been a disconnect for me as to what her intent has been through all of season 1 and through season 2. It's like, has she been, you know, a believer in Kier, a believer in Lumon, or has she been kind of like trying to do her own thing? Because now that we have all of this backstory, we have I have a different understanding of what her motive could be. You
Possibly,
know, if Lumon is the reason why her mother is sick and died a horrible death and totally, you know, got everybody believing into this Kier culture, and everywhere you look is somebody, you know, huffing ether, then that's all the motive you need in order to you know, dismantle Lumon and unveil Kier as fraudulent. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So I'm saying her motives might have always been like this, like F them.
No, I can understand. I do understand what you're saying. I think that the length of time that she worked for them would kind of like make me agent? Not believe that.
Okay.
In regard to that, right? Because I could see like if it was like, you know, maybe like 2 years or a year or two, and she was in there just trying to like mess stuff up because, you know, she was like, oh, they jacked my stuff and this is my motive for why I'm here. But I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because I feel now she could have been like a sleeper agent. If she Frank Chan said, I think she's always worked for herself for her own goals. So maybe she isn't with, you know, the rebellion per se, but she's in her own, you know, space of getting revenge. And finding. In season 1, she prays at her shrine of Kier, and her mother's breathing apparatus is seen on display there.
I do remember that. I do remember the apparatus, but I didn't at the time. I mean, obviously I didn't know what it was for, but I do remember seeing it. So when she pulled it out here, I was like, oh, I remember seeing that before.
Well, maybe she's mad at the company, not necessarily mad at Kier. I don't know. I don't know. She's just got, there's a lot of questions that I just have with her.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more questions than answers. Yeah. Again, right? I mean, there's some answers. But like I said, I don't know how I feel about the whole reveal that she's the one that created this process.
Yeah, and we don't know the depths of it. I mean, we saw some of the maps of the skulls and maybe some of the things. I mean, I'm assuming, did she invent the actual system of being severed, or did she invent reintegration?
The only reason I thought maybe reintegration is because they showed the page that had the wavelengths. Yeah. The brain waves, whatever you want to call it. And I remember that from when Regabi was working to on the process with Mark. Yeah. So I remember seeing that. So now in my head, I'm wondering if maybe she is the person that really is in charge of like that whole.
We'll see. Yeah. Huh. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, I feel like her role is a lot more poignant now that we have a different why for her. You know, as to why she's going through all this. I mean, she's willing to drive all the way back home just to get the plans for what? And to help Mark. You know, and to, you know, make peace with her family. You know, so all that just seems to me is like she's kind of like been Lumon the whole time and maybe been like a sleeper agent. Maybe Regabi's in so that she knows exactly, because somebody has to get all that information back out, and who knows, maybe she didn't remember it, and maybe she told Regabi, this is how I think it goes down.
Yeah, but remember,
because she didn't have the instructions on how for a dog go down.
But remember, Regabi was like, don't call her. Remember, to the sister? Yeah. She was like, if you call her, and that's why she left. She was like, I'm not going to be here for that.
That's true.
So so I don't know what that is, what that connection is.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
So that's the only thing where I'm like, I don't know, okay. Because they did throw that in there.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so she's her own thing.
But the sister still called. I mean, so we got that too. Yeah. So I'm like, I know. I'm like, oh my god,
so much stuff is twisted.
It makes me think so hard. Maybe they actually implanted it in my brain, and now I gotta like work to reintegrate.
Well, so you know the importance of the penultimate. Is this a good setup for that now? The penultimate is the second to last episode.
I mean, I think the whole season has been a good setup for the penultimate. Yeah. So does it add to that? Sure. Yeah. But I mean, I wish they would have showed this one before the Gemma episode, and the Gemma episode was the setup for the penultimate.
I can see that.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, I don't know what the next 2 episodes are going to bring, obviously, so I could be very wrong in that. But right now, in this moment, I feel like they should have switched that up.
Okay. No.
But, do you think
I
that?
I could see how that could work.
Yeah.
Laura said this season does not have a steady pulse. This is far too exhausting by now. And Frank countered that was saying I'm still feeling 100%. So I'm curious what you all think in the chat. Is this kind of a little overbearing regarding how much you have to pay attention in order to I don't know, put the puzzle pieces together in order to make a bigger picture? Or is this exactly what we're looking for, for those that are like, I'm all in? Is this a great additional piece? I'm curious what you all think. How about you? How do you feel about it?
I think it depends on the day and the time, right? Okay. Like real talk. Like I do enjoy mental gymnastics. I do, like, and processing and trying to figure it out, having conversation about it, tinfoil theories, tinfoil hat theories. I do appreciate all of that, but it is a lot of work this season. And that can be a little challenging sometimes, but I'm still here for it. Still excited to know like how it ends. Still considered a very, very, very good show. Like, how are you feeling? Like you?
I mean, from the word go, it's always been very cerebral.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, I don't really have a problem with it. It just doesn't feel like an episode to me. It feels like a bonus thing. That's not even a complaint. It just doesn't feel like a complete episode.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
All right. Well, let's get some closing thoughts in. Yeah. How you feeling? Ready to, get to the next one?
I'm feeling like I'm very curious as to if they're going to be able to tie this up for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now in this moment. I'm like, we got 2 episodes left. 2. And I feel like, are they going to stick the landing for me? Are they going to tie it up in a little tiny bow? Like, I'm feeling very anxious to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My closing thoughts are, I'm actually happy to get a little bit more about Harmony's story. Don't get me wrong. I'm always down to hear what Milchek's why is, and maybe that'll be next episode.
Please give me a little bit of him.
There's been no fall off for me. It just wasn't, like a, oh my God episode. It's not that. It's just, we're just maintaining the course.
Yeah. Do you think that I know that was your closing, but do you think that they're going to give us anything about Milchek?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If they don't, that will be disappointing for me.
Now, is it going to be like a one-off, like this was for Harmony? I don't think they'll do that. I don't think so. Not an entire episode.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what episode 7 was. It was an entire episode for one character, and this episode 2 is an entire episode. But for whatever reason, I don't feel like Milchek is going to get that same kind of attention to detail.
Oh, I can't lie. If the next episode, like the penultimate, was all him, backstory, front story, side story, upside down story, I would be in heaven.
Okay. All
depending on how they did it. But anyway, sorry.
What do you all want for the second last episode, the penultimate? What are you all looking for? Hey, this has been great. All the time when it comes to Severance, it's one of those things where you have to watch and it has to just marinate for a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
So that you can get a better idea of what the bigger picture is. But that's why we watch. It is tons of fun.
Absolutely.
If you've been enjoying this conversation and also if you've been wondering who it is that we've been talking to off screen, members of the Patreon get a special section of the Discord where they get a chance to watch us do these reactions live. It's tons of fun. There's a link in the description. You can get to it super quick. And the Patreon offers more than just that. We have a huge backlog of other movies and videos that we have done. You should check it out. That by itself is great. And you can also join the Discord for free. There's a link in there, but the free Discord won't give you access to the Watch's work. So if you want that, you have to be a Patreon member.
Can I say something super fun about the Watch's work that I think people would really get a kick out of?
What's that?
Is the conversation.
Yeah, because the sidebars that go off to the side.
And even afterwards, we have conversation, and I really enjoy the dialogue that we have, and it's just, I just really appreciate and love that part. So I just wanted to.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, and if you enjoy Mikel-Claire,
If you do, please tell me so. No, I'm kidding.
Tell people how they can get in contact with you.
There'll be a link in the description. It's super easy. Just click it and it's easy peasy.
Yeah.
Lemon squeezy.
Lemon squeezy. All of that. Hey, thank you all so much for your time. I can't wait to see what y'all are saying for this one. And we'll catch you for the next episode. All right, y'all. Take care. Peace.